Hey everybody, today we're talking about the consideration phase, where people are getting educated about your company. We're going to cover key metrics, channels where you want to be present, and the activities that these folks who are in this phase are doing. So first of all, key metrics. How do you measure success in the second phase of the journey? One of the great ways to measure success is through website engagement. Maybe they're looking at your website and they're spending a lot of time there. That's a really great indicator that they're in that consideration phase. Perhaps they've visited the pricing page. That's also a really great indicator to say, oh, this person is interested in my products and services. Another really great indicator is leads, the number of people who have raised their hand and said, yes, you can come into my inbox. They've given you their email address. Another great one is opportunities. How many of those leads have moved from the lead phase into the opportunity phase? And that opportunity phase is saying they've raised their hand and they've said, yes, I want someone from sales to contact me. Or yes, I want to talk to somebody. That's super important because once they give you that permission, you need to get engaged with those folks. So what are the channels that you need to make sure that you're showing up on in order to create success in this stage of the journey? Definitely your website, email marketing channel, super important. Phone calls are happening too. You want to make sure those are getting documented and maybe put into your CRM. You might be having face-to-face conversations. Some folks do, some folks don't. It just all depends on your brand, your products, your services. And then finally, you want to make sure you're still creating content because even though they're already in the funnel, you haven't answered all of their questions. They probably still have some more. So you want to make sure that you're present and creating that content that's going to help them move to the next phase. So what kind of things can you send them via email? Maybe a competitive matrix that shows how well your brand stacks up against those top competitors that you're aware of. Some really great pieces of content that will help support this phase of the journey are FAQ documents. Answer those questions preemptively so your sales team doesn't have to do that for you. Maybe you have a document that's a benefits overview. What do you have? What are the pain points that your group solves, your product, your service solves? You're preemptively offering that up to them so that they understand it. So what are the activities that people are doing at this phase of the journey? Maybe they're requesting pricing. They may have even had a sales presentation. So those are really great indicators that somebody is very close to moving to the next phase, which is that convert phase of the journey. Now, one thing to keep in mind, when marketing hands off lead from them to sales, their job's not over. So make sure there's a clear line of communication between the sales team and the marketing team so that the marketing team is aware of maybe where the gaps are or where they can provide extra content that will help move the customer from this consideration phase into the convert phase, which is the next stage in our journey. And we're going to talk about that coming up in our next video. Thanks again so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you soon.